Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 13th Annual Congressional Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Expo and Forum. We're now going to hear from Bill Shank, who is the founder and is VP of Sales for Energy Transitions.
Thank you, Carol. As she mentioned, I'm the founder and VP of Sales for a little company called Energy Transitions. It's a sales and consulting company for alternative energy and renewable energy products. We're based in North Carolina. And what I want to talk today about is hydrogen, hydrogen fuel cells, hydrogen vehicles. But before we do that, let's take a look at just how we use energy, especially here in the United States. Out of all the energy that we use, 33% is used for transportation. Of that 33%, 96% of the energy comes from petroleum, and we import 63% of our oil. Now, one of the focus of today's conference is on jobs. If we're importing 63% of our oil, something's just not right there. There's probably jobs that we could foster here in the States if that were different, if we had an alternative. There's related security issues, economic issues. You can connect those dots. So what would some of those alternatives be? Well, another sector of our energy consumption in the United States is electric energy. 41% of the energy that we consume is electric energy, and that comes from a variety of sources: nuclear, hydro, natural gas, a few percentage points from renewables, which is growing, thankfully, and only 1.2% from petroleum. So what would be one of those alternatives? Well, if we take a look today, we generate 20.5% of our electricity from natural gas, and studies have revealed that in the United States alone, we have resources, natural gas resources, that could last us well over 100 years. So perhaps we've heard the words bridge, transition. Perhaps we can use that natural gas for a while instead of some of those petroleum products. And the other aspect, which leads us to hydrogen, is the fact that from natural gas, you can reform natural gas, you can reform propane. From the natural gas refining process, you get methanol, you can reform that. You can generate hydrogen on site for what? For a fuel cell. And we can use those fuel cells in electric vehicles. Okay, the fuel cell creates electricity, drives the electric motor in the car. Some of you may say, oh, but wait a minute, why don't we use batteries? Well, batteries are a near-term technology. Batteries have a lot of weight. Matter of fact, if I had this filled full of hydrogen and I opened the cap and released it, the hydrogen being the lightest element known to man, it would just escape into the atmosphere looking for a cute little oxygen molecule to marry and form water vapor. Okay? However, this being a battery, if I release it, it doesn't float. Okay? So picture the car that you like to drive. It has a particular range that you like to get out of it. You're going to need a lot of batteries to get the same range out of that electric vehicle. So I'm an advocate for using hydrogen fuel cells in vehicles, in electric vehicles. Oh, by the way, I'm happy to announce that by the year 2020, in just 10 short years, there will be 600,000 electric vehicles powered by hydrogen on the highways. There will be 1,000 refueling stations for those vehicles on those highways. And one other point, those highways are called autobahns. So hats off to our friends in Germany, but they could be called interstates. We have the technology. We can do it here at home. I'd like to close with a little statement from a past president. Let's not be a slave to petroleum fuels. And to paraphrase Abraham Lincoln, who once said about another form of slavery, the dogmas of our energy past are inadequate for the stormy present and the future. As our circumstances are anew, we must think anew and act anew. With your help, we can think anew and act anew on the energy issues that are before us today. So thank you for your attention.